What's up, nerds? Back with another video. So this is the video I said I was going to post in yesterday's video, and so here it is. And so the moral of the story, to skip ahead if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, if you are a guy or a girl, whoever, a person who is looking for a relationship in whatever way, it is, in my opinion, better to not spend as much time on dating apps and focus more on improving yourself. And if you do spend time on dating apps, you should not think about the time spent as a waste. You should think of it as either an exercise in the person you want to be, or think of the takeaways, the things that you have done well, and to be honest about mistakes, if you have made them, right? And so now going into the example that spawned this video, I was traveling in Europe, right? Obviously, I was gone all of April. There was all of the WAC, WAC, writing articles with chat videos that were up while I was gone, right? And during that time, I was messaging a girl on the dating app Hinge. And during those, few weeks that I was gone, I would send maybe not daily, but bi-daily, every 2-3 days, if not some days after, multiple days in a row. But essentially, for those 3 weeks, I was messaging this girl, having conversations, talking about life, talking about jobs, friends, family, whatnot, and just talking about how it joking about how, yeah, I'm gonna spend all this time, we'll talk, and when I get back we get to go on a date if you're single. But I doubt you're gonna be single, right? Because you are an attractive girl who is in a well off area of New York, and so the chances of you being single after 3 weeks is extremely small. But I will, continue to talk to you, continue to, have a little rapport. And, if I do get, by some miracle you are single, we get to go on a date when I get back. But in my head, I'm not really expecting much, but I figure, hey, it's just asking how our day is. It's just talking about little things in life, having small conversations. As far as I was concerned, according to her profile, she valued people who invest time in her. So I was like, you know what? If things are going to progress with this girl, then this is, as far as I'm concerned, a bare minimum bar. Like, if I can't just spend 5-10 minutes of my day, maybe 20 minutes of my day total responding to all these messages, if I can't do the bare minimum of that, then how can I expect to succeed in a relationship with this girl, right? How can she have any, what's the value that I bring if I can't, at the bare minimum, ask her how her day is, right? So I spend the 3 weeks doing that. It comes to the weekend that I'm going to be leaving, and we're talking, obviously about work, how things are going, whatever. And I say, oh, well, things have been going great. And what do you think about Tuesday? We can talk about it. And she's like, hey, I'm free Tuesday. And I'm like, fuck yeah. After 3 weeks of talking, after 3 weeks of us going back and forth, we finally get to meet. All of this time, she joked about, or I joked, I'm sorry, about her not being single. But hey, she's single, at least single enough to go on a date with me. So let's fucking go, right? And I mean, I'm not going to show the messages. I said part of that to her, not exactly like that. I didn't obviously go into all this detail, but, I was pretty upfront about me not expecting her to be single. I was pretty upfront about, being excited to see her and spend time with her. And so the day finally comes, Tuesday, the day of the date finally comes, and she says, oh, Yo, yikes. Sorry. Kind of awkward, but I met this guy 2 days ago and I'm going to date him. So, oh, sorry that I wasted 3 weeks of your time. Sorry, but you seem like a nice guy, but oh, yikes. This guy that I met 2 days ago, I'm going to go up with him, you know? And it's hilarious because I had made the date with her 4 days earlier. So it's like, okay, do you value guys that spend time on you? Because it seems like, you're choosing a guy who you've known for 2 days who, could put 48 hours of time into you versus a guy who's been out doing all of these things and all of this other stuff, traveling, experiencing all these things, and despite all of that, he still makes a little bit of time. Even if it's just a little bit of time, he still makes a little bit of time to ask you how your day was, ask how work's going, all these, just little things, right? And hey, that could be not a lot of work. That's just, oh, well, all you're doing is texting me. Hey, you're not even like, it's not like we're going out. It's not like you're spending money. It's not like, that could be one opinion. For me, again, going back to the main point of this video, I like to think that this could be people could get a little turned off by this, right? And people could be negative about women with this, right? And take a negative route. I personally like to think that this was a great test for me. And in the future, I hope that whatever significant other, wife, girlfriend that I meet will appreciate the fact that I am able to spend some part of my day over the course of 3 weeks thinking about them, concerned with them in some way, trying to, ask them, trying to do little things about this. And I like to think that will be valuable in a relationship. Now, obviously, I would like to think that the girl will be reciprocal in some ways. I don't want this to be a one-way street. Obviously, I don't want to spend all this time thinking about a girl and a girl just like doesn't give a shit about me and doesn't text me, doesn't message me or whatever. But that separately, for this, I'm being positive about it. I mean, like, hey, I was able to enjoy my time, enjoy my vacation, and also without negatively affecting, without being, obsessed with this girl, without spending too much time, without getting worked up, without going into my head about all these other things. I was able to just shoot some messages, ask how their day was, ask how her day was, and that's just why, this is just all for me at the end of the day. It's a great experiment. I can take from this the positives. And while I'm not going to delete Hinge, I'm still going to message girls, here and there. I'm just going to keep working on myself. This is another thing another card in the deck that I know in the future, whatever girl I date, whatever woman I marry, whatever, I know that she will appreciate the time, even if it's bare minimum, even if it's just sending a text, just asking how my day is. I mean, there are guys that don't do that don't give a shit about that don't care, right? And that's the point of this video. Is it's like, it's a great experiment. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to get down to the negatives. I'm not going to worry all of that. I'm just going to keep focusing on myself, add the positive, enjoy that, enjoy the time, enjoy that, and then move on. It's like, okay, she's doing whatever with whatever guys. She just met this guy 2 days ago. Chances are she did not just meet this guy 2 days ago, right? But I don't care. That's her business. Whatever other girl in the future, she is going to appreciate me for who I am. And so I've just got to keep working on myself, enjoying life, being happy, grinding away, and stay the path, baby. And so that's the video. Smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other. I will see you in the next video. Deuces.